Hey guys, let's prepare this delicious jollof rice with just few affordable ingredients you can find anywhere around you. First of all, I'm using this basmati rice and I'm also using turkey. After seasoning and cooking my turkey, as you can see the size I cut it, I then fried it, I deep fried it in this oil. This is vegetable oil I used. And don't forget, you can also grill, roast, or just cook yours. But trust me guys, frying it is so nice. You can also grill it, but just using it like this, like cooked, I don't really fancy that. So trust me, you have to fry or grill or roast yours till it's golden brown. And you know when you're frying your turkey or chicken or beef, fish, whatever you want to use, you have to make sure you put onion in your oil so the aroma, the flavor, and everything from the onion can combine together with your protein. Also using plantain, so I just fried this plantain. This is just 2 plantains I fried in vegetable oil as well. As you can see guys, one thing about this recipe is I am actually frying all this before I start the rice or cooking the jollof, and that is because I'm very disciplined. I wouldn't even touch anything. I won't eat the plantains or the chicken or the turkey. So if you know you will eat yours, you better fry it last. So after frying my plantains and turkey, of course, the major reason I actually did this is because I needed the oil to cook the jollof. I love using the oil from my proteins, so the aroma and the flavor and the yummy taste will also be my rice. So as you can see, my turkey is ready. So small, I know, yeah, things are so expensive now. So this is low budget jollof rice that is still so yummy. And this plantain, like I told you earlier, is just 2. So if you want to add more, you are free to do that. And of course, I told you earlier in my previous video that this particular recipe I'll be dropping today is a different one because it's so nice. So I added this onion into the oil I used in frying the turkey, as you can see. And then after some minutes, I added my tin tomato. This tomato is just the normal, the rica tin tomato. You can also use fresh tomatoes, tatashi, bell peppers. You can grill them and then add to it. But of course, I'm not doing any of that. This is low budget. Don't forget, I don't have so much to spend. This is just tin tomatoes I'm using. So I added this thyme, curry, and the other dried thyme. There are 2 different types of thyme I actually use, and I usually use just a little bit of rosemary. So I just mixed everything together, mixed and fried together with tin tomatoes. This is the tomato paste, the normal, the rica. Like I said earlier guys, don't forget, if you have the fresh tomatoes and the bell peppers, the red bell peppers and all that colorful stuff, you can add it, but I'm not using any. So I'm also using 2 cubes of maggi. After frying this, as you can see, it's well fried. Then I transferred it into a bigger pan because this is where I'll be cooking my jollof rice. Then I added the 2 maggi I just showed you. This is just half of each, which is just equivalent to 1 knorr. So if you're using knorr cube, you can use 1. If you're using just this small maggi, you can use 2, depending on the quantity of rice you're cooking. Check my description for the correct quantities of everything I used. So I just mixed thoroughly. As you can see, this pan is just what I love using to cook my jollof rice. And now this is the stage I added just few drops of crayfish. I know this is looking too much, but it's not. This is actually crayfish I grounded. It became this powder, so I just sprinkled a little bit of that powder and left the rest. Don't forget guys, just a little. So I added the stock. This is the water or the juice from the turkey I cooked earlier. So you just add it and mix. And also, one thing about this turkey I cooked earlier, I seasoned it really well with all that. So that was the reason I used only 1 maggi, which is equivalent to 2 small ones. I added these 3 beef to the pot. This beef was actually beef I took out from my fridge after I preserved it in the fridge. These 3 abandoned beef I actually prepared stew some days ago, and this 3 beef was left out, so I just left it in the fridge. Then I threw it into this pan, added salt, and mixed. On a normal day, I would have fried the beef and chop it into pieces and add, but as you can see, this low budget don't need too much, so just add it in, mix, cover, and allow it to simmer for a few minutes, and we are right back. As you can see, this is looking all better and yummy. The aroma around the house right now is just so nice. And now is the point where I had to add extra water. I added water, of course, why not? It's so thick, so I added more water. I usually add my water to the stock, or that is the pan or the pot I use in cooking the meat, and then transfer it into the main pot. I just want everything to go inside. I don't want to waste anything. I want everything to be here. I don't want any ingredient to mix or be left out. So I just mixed, and at this stage, as you can see, I added powdered pepper. This jollof rice, I'm actually cooking it in 2 different types of pepper, the powdered pepper and the fresh pepper. But at this point, this is when I added the powdered pepper, the quantity I wanted. And this pepper I bought in Germany is actually not so spicy, so don't just mind the quantity. That quantity you saw me adding, it's not even still giving, it's not even so tasting in the pot. So at this point, I added the washed parboiled basmati rice. This is the present basmati rice I showed you guys at the beginning of the video. I parboiled it for just a few minutes, about 8 minutes. Check the description for the correct info. And then I mixed thoroughly, as you can see, and it blended so well with this stew base. So one thing about this particular part or this process is just don't add too much water in your stew or your stew base or whatever. It's better to add water at the step as you go, than to over add water. So as you can see, it mixed so well. And at this point, when it's already mixed, all I just have to do is to cover it. You can use your foil paper, you can use your tight lid or anything. Just cover it and allow it to, cook. And this pan I'm using, it's actually good for this kind of recipes. I've used this pan before to prepare fried rice and it didn't get burnt. That is also why I'm using it for my jollof rice. This pan is actually new, so don't be so offended if you see it so much on this channel, because I'm just trying to get my things all together. After some minutes, and it's looking better. As you can see, the water is dried up. It's just this oil and most of the stew base floating on top. As you can see, the rice is actually, this is why I like this basmati rice. And the reason I showed you guys that bag, this is just free advert I'm doing for them, free promo, because this rice, I've used it so well and it's looking so good. Apart from the look, it's actually better in reality. What I mean, the rice is so good and it doesn't just overcook. So I added my onion and my chopped fresh pepper at this stage. This is the stage where you can add your chopped tomatoes and chopped onion. But I prefer adding peppers, like fresh pepper, like this, and onion at this stage. But you can also add the tomato and the rest. So I just mixed, and after a few minutes, as you can see, my pan is not even getting burnt. Don't forget, I've been cooking this on medium heat at the initial stage, and immediately I put the rice in the pan, I reduced the heat down to the lowest. So I now added my peas. This is my green peas I added. This is also optional, but I love it. I actually love adding this, my green peas. It just gives my rice this, attractive, delicious look, and it also tastes nice in the food. This actually doesn't have any taste, the peas, so you don't really have to worry about that. At this stage, I added the remaining crayfish powder. This is what I was saying at the beginning when I added just a little crayfish. I left this one for this stage. Trust me, guys, this is not the first time I'm trying this particular recipe, and it's so good, and I have continued like this. Adding crayfish at the end of your cooking is very important. And anything jollof pasta, that's spaghetti, macaroni, jollof rice, whatever it is, even beans, adding crayfish at the end of the cooking it makes your food taste so yummy and delicious. After a few minutes, I still left it on low heat and covered it. Don't forget, I was actually mixing it properly, and as you can see, my pan didn't get burnt. Most importantly, I usually see most of you burning your rice in, you just want it to be smoky and taste like party jollof, but trust me, you can actually achieve that without burning your food. If you still want to keep burning your pan and your food, go ahead. But trust me, this is just the best. So I mixed well properly and stirred. After a few minutes, looking at this rice already, you can see it's already done. The basmati rice has been done even long before this particular step. But that is the reason I use that basmati rice, because no matter what, even if you mistakenly add a little bit water more than you're supposed to, your rice will still not be soggy. It will still be good. This is why I still recommend this basmati rice. At this point, I tried to design my food with my name MJ. It wasn't giving because my meat was not enough, so I had to do it one after the other. I first designed it with M, and after designing the M part, I did the J differently. It was not giving, like just two different letters on their own. I tried to design it the way I designed my former video, the one I posted earlier, my fried rice. I designed with my name MJ, you know, that kind of thing. But I remember now that my meat was not enough, so the MJ couldn't just add up at the same time. I had to do them one after the other. Regardless, it was still not giving, so I had to just remove the meat from there and mix my rice and just, you know, mix everything properly. The major thing is you guys understand what I'm saying. So all of that beauty thing I was trying to design before, it wasn't just giving, and I dumped it. At this point, you can see that beef in the pot. Those three brothers I added earlier, or three sisters, I added them, and you can see they are somewhere around the rice inside, stirring, and you know. This is what I was trying to say earlier. Most times you can actually chop the beef into smaller parts, and you know, but this time I just wanted the three of them to just be there, because it's just good for me to have beef and all that. As you can see, my turkey is not even enough, so if at the process of eating my rice the turkey finish, I can continue with the beef. You know what I'm saying. Things are hard. Like I said earlier, if you have a lot of money, you can actually buy more protein according to what you have. That same spirit that told me to design my name MJ with the meat also told me this one, I should make this, you know, dish look so tempting. So I decided to scoop it into my glass plate and press, and then put it in the plate. It's looking like all those designer rice. Now I placed the two turkeys by the side, and then I remembered I fried plantain and I just put it by the side as well. It was looking good, but it was not really giving that expensive look I wanted. So I remembered I bought red berries yesterday, then I decided to throw it in so that it would look expensive and lit. MJ the designer. Can't even laugh. Anyways, I've tried to design it, but I don't know if it's giving or not. If it's giving, fine. If it's not, fine. Whatever. I can't wait to eat. I'm so hungry. As you can see, it's ready and so yummy, tempting, and attractive. Ariana, ever since I've been recording, you have been eating all the plantain. I'm seeing you from here. You have been devouring all the plantain on the table. Don't think I'm blind. This girl. I'm here recording. She's finishing the plantain. This Ariana, I don't know. I don't understand. Delicious. This my jollof rice is so yummy and smoky, flavorsome, everything. The only thing missing in this plate right now is salad. You can actually add salad to one side of the plate. The plantain, they are so ripe, like so soft, and the turkey is so delicious. You know, I seasoned it very well and I fried it, deep fried it with vegetable oil, so you should know. Oh my gosh. Even though Arena was already eating all the plantains, I still called her as my taster to eat the rice. Where is my taster? Ariana, I'll come and carry your food. This food is actually for Ariana. Let me dish out mine. I pray. Ariana, my taster. Pray. Pray. I'ma pray. Is that the name of the Father? That's not what I taught you. I eat. I know it's wondering why we are not eating together. We normally eat together. But yeah. I know she feels so weird right now.
Purchase your tracks today.
Wait, is it only plantain you eat? We really enjoyed this meal. This jollof rice was so delicious, to the extent that my friends came over and they also enjoyed it with us. Meanwhile, if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't really know why, but please subscribe, turn your notification on, and I also post some short recipes as reels on IG and on YouTube shorts. So if you haven't also subscribed to my channel, you're obviously going to miss the short videos and the normal videos I post as well. Thank you so much, guys, for all your lovely support. Every one of you that subscribe, I appreciate you so much. And yeah, feel free to make any requests, suggestions, corrections, share your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. I love you guys so much, and you already know this. And don't forget, guys, we post mostly every Sunday on this channel, but most days we post short videos daily. Short videos are daily, but normal food recipes like this are every Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. I love you always. Special shout out to Esther Modella, our most active subscriber and commenter this week. Thank you so much. Bye.
Subscribe.